Welcome to my channel, Aligning with My Soul. Before I go on to do the reading, I just want to send my love and support and light to everybody, and hoping that everybody's happy and healthy at the moment, especially with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. So I'm thinking of you all. I just hope you're all safe and you're well. Right, so today I'm going to be doing a masculine reading because this channel was based on tapping into the energy of the masculine. The feminine does come through sometimes, but I know how important it is for the person that's watching to know what is going on with the energy with the masculine, especially at the moment, what's going on in the world. And it's for people in some kind of separation or challenge with their twin flame. So like I said, it's really important at the moment to know what is going on with everything that's happening at the moment in the world. So I'm interested to see what's been happening with masculine. When I say masculine, feminine, him, her, just put it into your circumstances, your situation. I do realise that it is energy, so don't be offended for me to say that. Just put it into your situation. It's just easier for me to say and easier for you to understand. And when I say separation, this might help you a little bit. You know, when you're in separation from the physical person, it's just preparation for when you do come together. So it's just a much nicer way to think about it, and it'd be very helpful for you if you look at it like that, instead of that you're separated from that person, because you're never separated, because you're one soul in two physical bodies. So I hope that gives you some comfort there. Today I'm going to be using oracle cards because I'm drawn to use those, particularly at the moment, because it gives a clearer, nicer, sincere and more, just a clear message, and a loving message as well. So I've mixed my oracle cards up, and they're all Doreen Virtue, so I thought I'd do something a bit different, so I've mixed them up a bit. I've only picked some of the cards and then put them all together out of each deck, so I'm interested to see. That one wanted to fall out, so I'm going to have to use that one. Detach from the situation. That's interesting. What is going on with the masculine? Where is his energy at, and how is he feeling towards divine feminine? Has there been any more movement, or is he still stuck? And how is he in general? That is coming out as well. So let your past go. What is going on? God, nice clear message for the viewer today. It's really important. What is going on with the masculine? How are you assisting him at the moment with everything that is going on in the world? How is he feeling towards the divine feminine? Right, this is a big wad of cards, so it's really hard to shuffle and split. See how we get on. Yeah, I did it. Right, let's give them one more shuffle. Okay, so far we've got detach from the situation, let your past go. What is going on with divine masculine's energy at the moment? How are you assisting him, and how is he feeling towards divine feminine? Is there any action, or is he still in a stuck energy? One wanted to come out, so I'm going to pick that. There's nothing to worry about. Beautiful cards that are coming out naturally today. Okay, let's see what comes next. Clear your space. Child. And career transition. Then when I've done the reading of the cards, I go to my pots, and I get a nice message of where that masculine's energy is and how he's feeling towards divine feminine. And I go to my other pot, the other side, that helps you realise what he's actually saying to you in the 5D world, what he would be communicating to you as well in the 3D, what he'd like to actually say to you if you could have the opportunity to communicate. So I'm getting my words all jumbled up today, so Right, first of all, it says detach yourself from the situation, and it's Archangel Michael. I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut out any attachment to fear or drama, so that I may, centered and in knowing this, that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. So God is helping him and assisting him, and especially what is going on in the world at the moment. So your masculine could be quite fearful what is actually going on in the world right now, and obviously he could be thinking and worrying about what's going on with his feminine if you're in no contact, and you're you're not being able to see the physical person. So he could be very anxious about what is going on in the world with the virus, and if you're well and that you're okay as well. So and God is assisting to make him realise that the situation that he's worrying about to do with Divine Feminine, everything is okay, and stay centered and detach yourself from the situation and let God, God's in charge, and let God take care of the situation, trust in God in this situation, and you will then have peace. So yeah, he's been guided to try and detach himself and be positive from the situation that he could be in, wherever he is, and detaching himself from the situation with the feminine and what he's worried about coming forwards, and just to trust in God and everything, to know that everything is being taken care of, it's all in God's hands. And he could be very anxious about what's happening with the Divine Feminine, with what's going on. Obviously it brings it to a head, doesn't it, about what's going on at the moment. So and then we've got let your past go. The burden of carrying your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love, and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and now it's gone. So that works well with detach yourself from the situation as well, because he's obviously, he needs to let go of the past, and he needs to detach himself from the past as well, from the past situation with the feminine, or this past stuff that's happened in his life. Just let it go, the past, because you've got to live in the present to change the energy. Otherwise you're just going to have stuck old negative energy. So he's been guided by God to actually let go of the past. So he could be having lots of things come up that may be really triggering him, that he's having to deal with, but God is assisting him and helping him to let go of the past and to realise to live in the present. And when he can do that, his energy will feel so much better, and it will show, everybody will see that as well in him. So whatever has happened in the past is the past. Just let go of that. It's not helping the situation. So he needs to detach himself from anything that's happened as well in the past. And there's nothing to worry about. There is nothing to worry about when you know that God is looking after you, and you have this connection with God, and you're in safe hands. You're in God's hands. So there's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to go through you. So again, this is for everybody at the moment as well, this card. There's nothing to worry about. You're all safe, and the situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. So this is all meant to be happening. It's very uncomfortable for everybody. It's bringing fear up. And your masculine is obviously worried about the situation it is in, and obviously the situation with Divine Feminine that he's wanting to, there's nothing for him to worry about. If he puts his trust in God, he will feel so much better, and his energy will shift. And he needs to keep his vibration, not come out of low vibration, go into high vibration. And like I've said with the other cards, he needs to let go of the past and to be in the present moment. And acceptance of what actually is happening at the moment in the world and the situation with Divine Feminine, and just to be present and to realise that when you're present you're with God anyway, so God is, you know, everything, God is in charge of this situation with Divine Feminine and what else is going on, that's going on around him, and he's got nothing to worry about. He's safe and the situation is under control, and God is trying to assist him to feel positive and have loving thoughts, and it's okay to have loving thoughts towards his Divine Feminine, and the outcome is just going to be so beautiful, and there'll be no effort involved. It's just going to happen magically. He hasn't got to really do anything with the mind, you know, for his mind to be telling him or trying to work out the situation. God will guide him to tell him the right thing to do at the right time in divine timing. So beautiful. Clear your space again, so this is really good. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. So he needs to clear the clutter that's in his mind, and he needs to make space for the new and the new beginning, and trusting God that there is a new beginning, and what's actually happening in the present is fine. He's safe and he's okay, but he needs to clear that clutter that's going round from, you know, that's been going on. You know, he's thinking about the past, and he needs to let go of that and detach himself from the situation that he's in at the moment, and the worry and the fear that he's putting into divine, coming forward to the Divine Feminine. Fear isn't, you know, a good energy. It's complete opposite to love, so he's got to change that around. He needs to make space for it, and when he makes spaces, when he makes the space in his head and his heart, that's when he will notice such a massive change, and everything will unfold magically in this situation that he's wanting to happen towards his Divine Feminine. And then we've got Child, which is a beautiful picture because there's a beautiful lady here that's holding a child. So let's see what it says. You care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. So this could be you know, the masculine could be dealing with a lot of inner child stuff, you know, all the things that he's afraid of and things that he's feeling at the moment. It could be stuff that's happened in his childhood, and he's dealing with the stuff that's inner child, and he could be feeling, you know, because of the picture I'm going through, he could be thinking about having children with the Divine Feminine, having a family, because we've had recently in the readings about he's got such a special gift with children. And he cares about children so deeply, so it's something that's really important to him. So this is on his mind about children, having children with his beautiful Divine Feminine. And obviously dealing with inner child stuff. So put that into your situation, how it's relevant, you know, if it resonates with you, and just put that, you know, how it resonates to you really. But that's my intuition of what I'm feeling and by what the card is saying as well. So he needs to be kind to himself and give attention to his inner child if things are being brought up that he's having to, you know, lots of things could be being brought up for him. And this particular group of masculines, it's come up several times that he has a has a very good, deep connection with children, and that could be with his own children, with your children, wanting children, working with children. As I said, put it into your story and how it works for you. But he's definitely thinking about Divine Feminine and children as well because of the photograph. It's such a beautiful picture, and it's in the 5D as well because she's in the clouds. So that's absolutely beautiful. And career transition. Archangel Chamuel, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So he could be going through a process of being triggered or pushed to actually change what he's actually doing in his career. In this, everything that's going on in the world at the moment, it could be, I think, in everyone's situation, whatever situation they're in, lots of things are being triggered and brought up for people in the world at the moment that they're dealing with. So one of them for Divine Masculine could be the career transition and what he's wanting to do, and it's for him to realise what his life purpose is, and there is a blessed career change for him, so it could be the right time to actually consider changing his career at the moment. So, and the word transition, so there's definitely lots going on with Divine Masculine at the moment, and lots of things are coming up for him to deal with, and him maybe slowly awakening and recognising all these different things and signs and feelings, emotions, and he could be spending quite a lot of time, you know, everyone's, you know, in lockdown in the UK at the moment, so wherever you are in the world, you could be experiencing lockdown as well, so it means that you're actually having to stay indoors quite a lot, having quite time alone thinking about this situation, about life really, where you want to be heading, and just different emotions, and dealing with inner stuff, you know, and trying to trust your intuition of what's going on, what's trusting himself, and getting rid of all the old, letting go of the past. So he could be very uncomfortable at the moment actually with all these different emotions. That's, you know, so God is assisting him and helping him, you know, even though he's uncomfortable, but God is actually trying to put these things and bring those emotions up and make him have time to actually think about all these different things that he's wanting to change and he wants out of his life, to actually make him become unstuck and actually do something. So it's going to be making him think about Divine Feminine even more with the situation that's going on, as I said, at the moment. So I am going to go to my little pots here. This is, I like this bit, and see where the energy is of the Divine Masculine and how he's feeling about Divine Feminine. Let's see, one comes out. Twin Flame. So he could be waking up, or, you know, knowing that there's something with this connection. Not necessarily know about the Twin Flame, but that he knows that, you know, there's something special between you. He's thinking about his Divine Feminine. So yeah, he knows, Twin Flame, that you're the Twin Flame. But he might not be able to use those words or have researched it or whatever, but the feeling that he's getting, he realises there's something beautiful in this connection. Not that it is a connection, because you're one soul anyway, but that's the only way I can actually explain it. It's easier for me to say. And let's see, ready. He's getting ready. He's feeling more ready. So that's really positive, because God is bringing all these different things up for him that he's dealing with, which could be uncomfortable, but actually it's doing him, he's actually moving forwards and dealing with stuff that he needs to deal with. Right, let's see what he would like to communicate with you if he had the opportunity, and what he's communicating in the 5D to you. Let's see. I'm sorry I've kept my true feelings from you. So yeah, this stuff is coming up for him. He's very sorry he's kept his true feelings from you. If your Twin Flame has, your Masculine has kept how he really feels from you, he is sorry, and that's what he's feeling at the moment. And obviously, you know, it's making it come up even more, like I said, with everything that's going on at the moment. What would he like to communicate to the viewer today if he had the opportunity? And what's he saying in the 5D? I don't feel good enough for you. Oh, and a sad face. He doesn't feel good enough. And that's why he's so sorry to catch his true feelings, and he's not told how he really feels, because he doesn't feel good enough for you. Because he knows you're such a beautiful, beautiful, radiant human being, Divine Feminines, viewers watching, and he doesn't feel good enough. So he's dealing with stuff, self-worth as well. That is what I'm picking up. So yeah, very good reading, still beautiful reading, and God is assisting him big time and helping him cope with all these different things that are coming up, and helping him to trust in God. You know, this is why this is happening in the first place, because everyone is going to be full of fear, and sadly, when things are going wrong, in people's circumstances or in the world or whatever, they always turn to God when they're desperate. But they need to learn to actually to be awake every single day and turn to God. He's not just, he's there 24/7, not just when there's something that goes wrong. So now I'm going to use these cards for you guys that are watching to pick up, to help. It's the reminder cards to bring forth your beautiful divine inner spirit, to uplift you, give you strength to focus on your ascension, your spiritual journey, and yeah, just to help you, give you strength and focus. So you deserve it. So this message is for you. What would God like you to know today? What would you like the viewer to know today, God? Nice clear message, please. Soul experience, yeah. Ooh, that's beautiful. Soul experience. We are all here to experience life in many different unique ways. Some experiences are already planned for us before we were born. They are soul experiences. This situation you're seeking an answer to is a soul experience. It's never meant to be understood or conscious on a conscious level. It's all part of your experience of you're evolving your soul in this lifetime. And the action to take can be make peace with where you are now, be present, as I keep telling you, and masculine. Don't focus on the past or the future. Know in your heart everything is okay. And the powerful affirmation you can say to yourself is, I honour my divine heart and make peace with this situation. So this is a soul experience that you experience, soul experience that you're experiencing, and with your twin flame. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience, and very painful and challenging, because it's bringing stuff up that you need to deal with. But try and stay in the present and not think about the past with things to do with your divine masculine and things too far ahead in the future. Just be present and be at peace of where you are, and know that everything is okay. You might not be seeing results in the 3D. You might be thinking, oh my God, I've just given up. I can't believe he's doing this, she's doing this, blah, blah, blah. If you're seeing stuff on social media that's upsetting you, whatever, all of it's fake anyway. It's an illusion. So you need to keep strong and stay in the present and just be at peace with the situation and stay zen. And know that everything is okay. God's in charge of this situation. It's all down to divine timing. And you're masculine. There's no good getting frustrated with him or feeling angry, having all those different emotions, because that's just not helping. You need to be calm and trust that everything happens divine timing. Which is, you know, it's not. I'm saying it as if it's easy. I know how difficult it is. I'm experiencing it myself, but he's having to deal with all this stuff before you come back together. And it's not just about him, it's about your energy as well. When your energy is balanced and zen and you're at peace with your masculine, this isn't just about the masculine, it's about your energy, because your energy goes to the masculine, because you're the positive polarity, you're the conscious one. So you need to keep your energy balanced and feel zen and just be. and be at peace with the situation, and not feel all these, to be angry because there's no action, or there's not, you feel that he's stuck. That needs to go, that energy, because masculine, the divine masculine needs to deal with all this stuff before he comes back to you. It's no good him coming back to you and that you having the same problems. It's got to be dealt with and sorted before he comes back. And then when you realise and you're at peace with your masculine, whatever situation, whatever the outcome, if you're going to be together or not, for you just to be happy in being independent, being on your own without him in your life, that's when he'll come back to you anyway, because he'll feel that energy. It's like a magnet. So I hope that's helpful, and you understood, and you understand, and it resonates in your situation, because if it's not for you, it's not for you today. But if you've clicked on this message, I'm very sure that you're supposed to get some kind of message today from this reading, and I hope it's been helpful and uplifted you and helped you stay focused on your spiritual journey. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, don't forget to like it. I'd really appreciate it, and thank you so much for all your support and all the new subscribers I've got. I really do appreciate it, and it encourages me and makes me feel uplifted about doing more videos and more readings like this. And as my journey goes on with my twin flame, I will be sharing more about my experiences and everything that's happened as well, because the whole point of this channel is me aligning with my soul, so I can feel, first of all, better in myself and attract my twin flame back to me. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're all staying safe and well, and I'm sending all my love, light and support to you, and I'll see you in a few days to see what's happening with the naughty masculine. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.